Much as I thought I could plan a podcast, that is not going to happen. I do not have the mindset to sit here. Chop up block for block how I'm going to tell you about weight loss and weight gain. Good evening on this February 3rd, 2022. The time is 11:30 p.m. and welcome to Early in the AM with Isha. Born with you. Just let go and don't even try. That you're lost, you're drained, stained from above. I grieve for the purse, the pits, and your wrist now. Ow! You touched me, and I'll be damned if you ever touch me again. Thou's cancer is zodiac, thou celebration of flame. Your fear the truth bleached them so even the tears you cry flood your innocence. You are no more than your habits. You and I both know how such matters end, and death and life in the same boat screaming. On God's operating table I cry out, your smiles are not for the faint of heart. Meaty and thick, within torn ears, necks, and shoulders, my wisdom walks sideways. The frailty of secrecy has laid claim to your eyes, your opal skin, whitened by the sins of an unholy kind. Crime. You bastard beggar. Face me now, you creature of the night. I warned you that raising waters do not tie to the sway of the moon alone. I hated you at the same time, running for cover at your orgasm. All I have done leaves you in tears, close to the selection of your pain. These cracks are defined, fire from on high. Oh no, not again. Through the delicate fabric of your hair, and the anger building slowly, day in and day out, I am by your side, no pain intended, yet I've already suffered sword and wound in battle. I've loved you as long as I could remember. I've stained you in conversation, in every problem, in slow crawl in dark places, far below the howls of wind and dogs. I care even though my bones are shot, as the fireworks display, heiferin days and roses fielded and marked by the tumors of tomorrow. Hysteria, my dear author, has birthed you this day, burning you forever, born away. Karma. Karma is a bitch. Accepting death as the day that death feels like. Become the problem. I have no heart. The screaming cry gets me the most. Like an exhausted volcano erupting pious blood, reaching out from hell, the depth and character of an insane mind. Writing to gain muscle. Blaming my mistakes on everybody. I hate not knowing you, karma, my characteristics and monologues, my glory and doom. I cannot look away without forgetting my eyes, belly belching, gaping open, swollen and afraid, finding in horror the Queen of Swords standing over me, knowing several differences that repair the exactitude of my mind. Caring about it, twice I suspended in blue kisses on black placid paper, dropping silence, crying, laughing, loving and longing to gain muscle, the voice serial, the intent natural, losing count of the cloaks, the bells, the loves and flowers, the slowness, in effect becoming gigantic in its fast, flooding with sting and sorrow into my gaping mouth and eyes I cannot place into words. I cannot see what it has seen or hear what it has heard. Answer the call, demented by ferment, erotic by design. My heart is broken, every breath breaks. Karma is a bitch, ruining this, ruining that, walking alongside you like children in unison down this long road into earth, reaching out from hell. What has disturbed us in such a way? Without my life, loving my stories and poems, I didn't wait point blank. Karma has stolen whatever love I died for, the downfall broken in God. A slice of there. Within the wool coat draping from your frame, how I am known in this tongue, livid and on simpleness entertain. Convict me, you godless, gutless wreck. My wound sits in this calamity. If it is forgiveness you want, I need anger, my October, my numerical song of God, for she must be present for such acts of love. I cannot share you. There's something abound surrounding when I talk of blue skies, our bowling brains gagged and raped, fetching that runner that coughs, the myth, punching, giggling against my ribs. But of course you can reach my skin. Such faces disgrace the imagination. Urine ruined my entity. But here I go again. Here I have the gift. I see your smile. The flesh is chewed and swallowed like demons in admiration of heathens. Send me to die first than man ever has, barking and kissing and lovingly mad. Enough to turn back the hands of time. The one found in Jesus, the emerald. Have I chosen your replacement repeatedly? Not in this prod or pant, disciplining your kids in my silent but deadly growl. I shouldn't know the weather, teeming with locusts and purple cocaine. His heavy games handed over to me, prepared and suggested. It is quite delicate though, isn't it? Creativity cannot maintain. Alas, the desert pearls are drained of snot. If a slice of there is all I have. I dazzle in the cracks, spat against the days of summer. Heathers advocating like divas. Find the sunless. Find a slice of there. The fame you've acquired like jumping jacks laid upon the heifer's pedal, laden in salt. Was I not nowhere enough? Not in these corridors and cribs. We've all tried. It's been rough. These things, they change us. Our demonic frolic on twitch. Skin like dried paint. Eyes adrift. Papered and scalped of a scoiling scent. I was dead before you could even guess my size. Wasn't I? The savagery, docked and drowning headlocks, snobbish claws like pinchers in black oil. There is such emptiness within the beauty of your shadow, scent swollen and gentle back to my words, separated and forged against the satire, gaseous like wavering flags on my wound and world. Must have thought I had the grind. I turned the shadow. Did my absent pop up mistakenly enough? Yet I should know better. We can hardly remember ourselves. Our hearts beat sores and stained, skipping till the very air is wiped out. You've bedded every lover I've ever known, like nooses dawning the necks of misogyny, the reminder of children to not be grave, such envious love to give. I watch like a clock, like opposites attracting apart, fused into one, spreading. The whim speaks on fading in colorless skin. The millennial single has stopped time. The shadow turned me. Did I not scream and shout that our blood was plenty enough? We can hardly remember ourselves, like wives in line for a kiss. You just don't care anymore, do you? to not listen as to whippings and punishment found in winters nor gain. Slices of there I give to you, spreading out. And every day I empty, finding her slices of nowhere. I was in the kitchen making hot chocolate earlier today. And, reflecting back on my childhood, wondering why I couldn't wait till right now, like to today, why it seemed so impossible then, and it seems so impossible right now. Like I have too much of something that I had too much of a long, long time ago. And I guess some things are just sillier to those who listen a certain way. I listened a certain way. I listened a certain way. I listened that way. I listened that way. I kept listening that way. I stopped. And then I just kept listening the same way. I stopped listening, but I kept listening that way. I listened like that. I listened. I stayed listening. I don't care who's listening. I'm listening. And I'm still there listening right now. Listen to it. Listen. Quietness is crazy as heck. You crazy, man? Crazy. Listen to it. One light bulb works. One. I got one light bulb on. Is that enough? Will I have the right conversation? Speaking of God. Ooh, can you listen? Listen some more. Listen to me. Listen again. Listen again. Listen because you need him. He's smart. He's that kind of guy. You love him. You know you love him. You'll die for him. Oh, yeah. Celibacy is out the window there. You have met your match, my lady. But then again, you're crazy. Listen to me. Listen. These are the thoughts you need to manifest in all. You should really try not to epithet so much. You find your way around these phrases, but in the end, it's in your coolness and your blackness that I love you. So I hope you guys are enjoying my pictures I'm putting up as the profile, a picture of the episode instead of my face. I haven't really settled with what's cute and what's not cute. I'm not that type of girl. But I have fun drawing things with my initial on it, so that's what I do. Hopefully that's it. Ooh, listen enough. Stop explaining this enough. Let me take a whiff of this. I have a candle that I got maybe about 2 years ago from TJ Maxx. It's a village candle, and the scent is fresh lemon, and it's like lemongrass in it. Oh, it's the freshest thing you'll ever smell. It's called it's called fresh lemon. Ooh. God, it's so fresh. You know what it reminds me of? If you ever, back in the 80s and even into the 90s, Italian ices used to be sold in these little cardboard cylinder containers. You can get them from the corner store, anywhere. But when I was younger, maybe in elementary school, they used to cost, I think it was either 15 or 25 cents. And they used to be like this yellow color. And like little cylinder, and it had a little cardboard top with a little tongue on it, and you would peel it back. What was my favorite one, of course, was the lemon ones. But what was the best thing about those? If you get down deep enough and you flip it over, right on the bottom, it was like the syrup of the thing. And then it was like these ice crystals in it. And like all the flavor would be trapped in that thing. And that would be the best part. Coincidentally, if you ever over bake the sweet potato, like if you clean the outside and you don't poke it full of holes, you put it in the oven for about 2 hours. When you take it out, there would be this syrupy stuff underneath the sweet potato would be stuck to it. Coincidentally, that is this exact same thing that's going on in Italian icy. If you ever take a taste of that syrup, it is the sweetest thing next to God itself. One of the sweetest things in food. In naturally baked food, it is one of the sweetest. There's no other vegetable you could just bake without adding anything to it that has that same sweetness effect at the end. I guess that's why they call it sweet taters. Yeah, I love me some sweet taters. And I thank you for listening. You know I love you like I love you. See you when I see you. Talk to you later. As much as I thought I could plan a podcast